What is up? Welcome into Drive the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show for you today. Hope you're doing great. Big Greg, California Wager. What's up, man? How we doing?
Good. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well.
I hope everybody's doing well indeed, man. It's good to see everybody. Now, you can see the live webcam here. That's how we keep up with weather across the country. So shout out to the YouTube streamers who put together these webcams. Get nice weather here. Major League Baseball, college baseball. We got it. All right, let's jump into it here. Could have used it yesterday. 0-2. UC Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara wins 4-0 over UCLA. No bats came alive there. And, dude, check this out. All right, Greg. So, LaMelo. He shot 16. This dude literally, he put up 12 threes last night. We hit 2 of them. Like, come on, bro. But it was a good bet because the opportunities were there. He just wasn't hitting them. The bet was solid, man. So Justin and everybody else that was talking about LaMelo, the bet was there. He just didn't hit them, man. So you get double-digit 3 opportunities, that bet should cash, no doubt. So tough one there, but it is betting. All right, let's jump into it here. I'm going to throw it over to you first, bro. What do you have? I need a winner today. I'm coming to you. What do we got?
Well, we got it from a couple different angles today. We'll start with the NBA, taking the Clippers minus the 5.5. Not worried so much about the minutes restriction with the Warriors, just generally worried about the Warriors. It's been a long season. Jimmy Butler's been gone for a long time. Those minutes have added up. This team has had issues. Look at that record. Let's not be fooled. Clippers been going in a completely opposite direction towards the positive. Like them tonight to win by 6 or more. Then in college baseball tonight, Santa Clara money line. We will be live at this one going against Stanford. We're taking Santa Clara at a nice plus number, getting plus 185 today. And the other side, we're taking Washington State on the run line. Like what the Cougars have done out of conference. I like what they've done. They've had a great schedule. You look at who they've played, and I think that they will handle the run line tonight.
Nice, dude. All right, so Clippers 5.5. Look, we were big on the Clippers in the morning show. I'm right there with you, dude. I think we'll talk about it in a second. All right, so Clippers 5.5. I like that. You're going to be at the game, the Santa Clara Stanford game?
Yeah, we'll most likely be there tonight.
Nice. I like it, man. I like the plays there. Solid, man. 3 good ones. All right. For me, 2. South Florida, Miami, over 11. There's absolutely no reason to get in a pitching duel matchup here. There's no point. Just go out and match. And I mean that on both sides. I think we're going to get South Florida hitting. I think we're going to get Miami hitting as well. Next, Steph Curry over 4.5 threes at plus 125. All right. I'm going to throw this to you, Greg, and here is the reason I'm putting it up. Not that, like, Steph Curry is retiring, not that, like, this is it. But we're getting close to the end towards the career. You know what I mean? And I think in a game like this, who else on planet Earth would have the green light and the nudge to say, go out and shoot as many threes as you want? You know what I mean? I think you're going to now, not that it's just going to be that. I'm not saying that at all. But if there were ever a night that you're going to get Curry with the opportunities firing up threes, I think it's this one. So I'm going to take it over 4.5 threes plus 125. If you want to move this number down to 3.5, it's like minus 160. You could pair it with something if you wanted to. But yeah, I need some help here. I'm unable to go back and watch shows. As soon as I click on them, it goes to the end of the show. Happens on my phone and my CPU. Anyone know what's going on? Okay, so let's see. Read it again. I need some help here. I'm able to go back and watch shows. As soon as I click on them, it goes to the end of the show. Let me find out. 9.99 out of 10, it's a YouTube issue, right? Usually clears itself up after a couple of days. Let me go in. I'm glad that you brought that up, though. And if anybody ever has anything like weird or like off, whatever, and you're like, I don't know why it keeps doing this. You know what I'm saying? Please bring that up. Yeah, because I would have never known. Yeah, unless you said it. All right. I'll check in on that. Japan, Phillies money line, 76ers money line plus 212. I like that. Zach, good afternoon, crew. Good afternoon, big dog. All right, let's go. All right, so those are the 2 that I have for today. All right, let me get the banner up here. Let's jump into it. So, again, NBA, let's start here tonight. Magic and the 76ers. So, Greg, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what to do with this game. I honestly don't. From the morning show, I don't have a play on it. The only one that I had was Clippers money line. Okay. And I had that pair with Miami money line baseball. I thoroughly don't know what to do. My guess was the under. And that total's going up, by the way. Do you have, and I'm not putting you on the spot, but like, is there anything that you see out of this? Because I can't get right here.
I haven't been able to figure out the 76ers since Joel Embiid was drafted, I think. So there's
the process is confusing.
The process went over my head, apparently. I didn't get the memo. The TPS report skipped by me, so I never was part of that 76ers situation. You couldn't find me further away from this game. It's all the way on the other side of the country for me. Two teams that I have not followed that heavily this year. They haven't been on the radar for me. They haven't been a team that I've taken on either side. And every time I figure out the Sixers or think I do, they throw me for a new loophole. So was way off it. I'd say, if anything, wait until game time or wait until an early spurt, take the under. Later in this game, defenses will lock down as much as they can. So I would look at that angle of it. But from a side, I mean, I think the line reflects it. It's a coin flip.
Yep, I completely agree. It's brutal. Like my only play, and again, I didn't bet it, but the only look I could find was the under. Because I was like, same thing that you said. I was like, there's going to be a point, and you don't need many of them, but there are going to be points where you just have scoring droughts. You get a couple of those, man, and no overtime. That's the only thing that's scary, is that overtime is very real in this game as well. Justin said, what up, crew? AB, sorry for LaMelo last night. Bruh hit less than 20% threes. Dude, we were just talking about that. All right, so again, your bet was I would bet that 100% again and again and again and again and again. If you have a dude that's going to shoot 16 threes, yeah, I'll take that bet. You were spot on with it. He just couldn't shoot in terms of those. So, yeah. No, they don't need to apologize at all. That was a great call. That was a great look, dude. Yeah, so, Tizzle said it best. Unfortunately, sometimes good bets lose. No, yeah, 100%. Dude, if we could get that, I'm going back to the well again. If he's going to fire that many. All right, so with this one, man, it's difficult. Now, points, you take a look here. Tyrese Maxey, 30.5. He's averaging 28.3. Paolo Banchero, 23.5. He's averaging 22.2. Paul George, 20.5 over under. Desmond Bain, 19.5. Franz Wagner, 18.5. VJ Edgecombe, 16.5. Jalen Suggs, 14.5. Kelly Oubre Jr., 14.5. Those are points. Threes, Maxey, 2.5. Minus 164, can't do much with that. Paul George, minus 153, can't do anything with that. Suggs, 195, can't do anything with that. Desmond Bain, 179, can't do anything with that. VJ Edgecombe, man, you are in a world of tough in betting this game. Greg, I every slide that I go to, it gets harder. Like, I truly don't know what to do with this game whatsoever. Like, I honestly, I go back to it. I think the under's the play. Other than that, I don't know what to do. Now, this game, Warriors and the Clippers. All right, Clippers minus 5.5 play that Greg's on. And we got a total of 220.5. So this total, staying low, I get it. You're on the Clippers, and I'll throw it to you in just 1 second. What we were talking about this morning was these two teams. The Clippers had to fight all year to hover at 500. And they did it. I say that positively. Like, this team, they basically played 41 play-in games. The entire second half of the season was this. They're good to go for this style of game. The Warriors, I don't know what to do. So I'll get out of your way. I agree with you on the Clippers. So break it down, man. What do you see?
I mean, we've seen the downfall of the Warriors the last few years. You're losing pieces. The ones you are keeping are aging and getting older. Those legs don't get fresher with each minute. And I'd love to see what the tracker is on the miles that a guy like Curry has run, just running around screens on the offensive end over a season, let alone the course of a career. So it takes a toll. You saw what happened with Klay Thompson years ago. You saw what's happened as this Warriors team has slowly kind of crumbled. Draymond Green, what he used to be, is nothing now compared to the spicy, get in your face, get those rebounds. The aging process doesn't do much there. Doesn't make you jump higher, let's just say. And on the other side, like you said, this Clippers team's been a team on the rise for the last, since almost New Year's, basically. And they've continued to play better. And more than anything, they've continued to get healthier. And that's the biggest thing we've seen with, whether it's the NFL, Major League Baseball, or the NBA, especially when you've got such a small roster that really can inflict a lot of pain for your team. I just worry that the Warriors are able to hang. 5.5. It's that tantalizing number where you think maybe Warriors hit some threes, but there's issues on the defensive end. It's not that big three anymore with GSW. They don't have that firepower that they've had in the past. There's questions on the defensive end. Who can score when Steph is not on and off the court as well? And backing up kind of what we said with the other game, this is loser goes home. The other game is, banking on the under that we talked about too, is one of these teams in that first game struggled. They can pull the rope and pull everybody out because loser of that game plays the winner of this game. So there is, different angles going within it too.
That's a great point. And I'm with you in regards to, if I just put these two teams in front of each other, I'm taking the Clippers every time. Right now, like you said, man, it's going to come down to Golden State. And look, man, we're like, what are we going to get? You got Steve Kerr talking about minutes restrictions and all that. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Steve Kerr's an idiot. I can't say.
Like, come on, bro. So I'm going to roll with Steph. Again, I think the opportunities are going to be there. I think he's going to shoot as many times as he absolutely wants to tonight. We'll see if he's hitting them, though. We got to get to 5, big number, but yeah. All right, so points, Kawhi Leonard, 29.5. Steph Curry, 26.5. Darius Garland, 20.5. Look at him, Vanderbilt dude. Kristaps Porzingis, 18.5. BP, 13.5. BM, 11.5. DeAnthony Melton, 11.5. John Collins, 11.5. That's in regards to points. Looking at threes, Steph Curry, 4.5. Plus 122, Darius Garland, 2.5, minus 156, now playable. Look at Kawhi. Anybody jumping on Kawhi Leonard threes tonight? Might do it. Anyways, so I'm going to jump on Steph, man. Again, I think that tonight lends itself to basically just green light, man, all night long. JC, what's good, fam? What's good, baby? How we doing? Steph, 6+ threes, plus 240?
Yeah, I mean, I could see laddering Steph just for smaller units because, one, you're getting the guy who's been there. I mean, how many championships has he won? How many big games has he played? The comfort level with it. He clearly has no defense because he could shoot it from half court. And anytime that shot clock comes up, because I do expect breakdowns offensively for a team that isn't that deep with playoff experience, I think that they will defer to Steph a lot with the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's running around doing everything he can and firing. And we know what happens. I mean, he sees one go in the hoop, whether it's even a free throw. Sometimes the best thing that happens is you see him get fouled, and then he gets to get that touch. It's like getting a 3-footer for like par or birdie. You just see that one go in, and then you get that touch. And so we know what he can do. I mean, it's not like it's any surprise. He's proven us in the past he can keep doing it. So you look at what is it? 4, I guess 5 threes is 124. Yeah, like you said, 4 is 165. But we know what he can do. Get to 6 is 242, 7, 450, 8, 840. Who's to say
840?
They're getting beat up. Seeing Steph go for 7 threes, does that sound crazy?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Really.
He's gonna have every opportunity. And you know how it is. Whoever has the ball is going to look to Steph. You get a rebound if you can't go right back up.
And he's a safety net, too. He's a safety net.
100%. He gets a lot of rebounds as well. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're right. He's a safety net. Yeah.
Yeah, when S hits the fan and the ball's low, because you know how things get in the middle. All of a sudden, you're like, we got to get out of the key, or we got to get over the line. You look for one dude basically, and he also understands how to. His whole career has been about finding ways to get himself open. We're the same height. And I think I'm tall until I stand against any other NBA person and I'm a midget. So it's crazy to see what he's able to do, and we'll see what happens. I mean, Do the Clippers default and say, hey, we'll let Steph get his? Or are they just going to cramp down on him and say somebody else prove it? I would force that and make somebody else do it. But you never know. I mean, why expend all the energy, too, if he's the only guy scoring?
Yeah, great points. Also, I've got to say, the background that you have, I could have a lot of fun in that place. A whole lot of fun. If they have a cigarette.
We got some good shuffleboard. Last week, shuffleboard. We got a whole patio, I guess, right? Where are we? Yeah, patio out here. So, yeah, it's perfect.
Buddy, if that place – keep going.
Overlooks the pool, and then we've got, there's like 3 pool tables and a snooker table. And then there's an entire racquetball arena out there, and then where I've spent a lot of my time during the NFL season. Down below, we have a big old restaurant and bar.
Nice. That's what I was going to say. It looks good. That looks like a place, if they had an old cigarette machine and beer was cold, oh, buddy.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, any one of those old Marlboro machines where you just the push ones.
Where you pull the cord or the metal.
And it only took coins generally, too. That was always difficult.
Buddy, I grew up in places like that.
I didn't until I went to college, and then I discovered them quickly. The Bay Area wasn't all about that, but North Carolina definitely was.
Love it. I love it so much. All right. Let's go. All right. Now, college baseball. Okay. What do we do here, bro? We only have a couple games, but these totals, we got to figure it out. All right, UConn and Boston College. Total 11.5. Boston College minus 188 at the money line. Do we trust BC here?
I don't. I took Cal all 3 games last week, which was nice dog winners every day. Boston College has been really up and down. I don't have a lot of faith in this one. If anything, I would lean the over. Both these teams we know can score. Boston College definitely has no problem giving up runs. UConn's done the same thing. I think 11.5 is too low, which, reflect that number, but I still think it's right.
Yeah. Yeah, this game scared me. I didn't know what to do. It frightens me, dude.
I think it reflects UConn necessarily should be a higher dog, but BC's been playing terrible. So, I think that I think looking at the over, if anything, is worth. In terms of the side, I mean, I couldn't take BC at 188, but even that is low for where they should be right now.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. And UConn's the perfect team to come in and win 3-0. You know what I mean? Like I'm with you on runs, right? But that's what scared that's what scared me of not betting BC was that UConn could come in and they're good enough to do them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I share sentiment 100% there. All right, South Florida, Miami minus 250 the money line. So we have Miami on the money line from the morning show. We've got them paired with the Clippers money line tonight, plus 100. Solid. We just need Miami win the game. Need the Clippers win the game. Let's go. Now, from this show, over 11. Again, there's no reason to come out and have, Greg Maddux versus Randy Johnson tonight. There's no point of this. All right. If you got good dudes, save them for the weekend. Let's just go out and mash tonight. All right. 305, Miami, South Florida. It's on. We just need, just go. We just need Miami to just unleash. You know what I'm saying? Just get up 3-4 runs in the first inning. Take them right out of it, dude. All right, Marshall and Ohio State. Nothing for me here, even though the total is 17. Jeez. Oh, and by the way, yesterday, the afternoon show, we were talking about Bellarmine. The total was 20.5. The under hit.
Live update. It's 2-1 Boston College in the first inning. Live line's 13.5 now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're on the right end.
Yeah, good call there. Nice. Richmond, Old Dominion, 12.5. Man, I don't have anything on this one. Missouri State. Missouri State has gone to now minus 250. Missouri has at times they're good. And at times they are very not good. This one frightens me. 15.5. There's a very good chance one of these teams scores 2 runs. Very good chance of that. All right, Wright State and Dayton, total of 15.5 here. You have anything? I'm not putting you on the spot, for like a Wright State Dayton, but anything on either of these 2 games? I don't have really anything.
If I had to take a side, I did look at Wright State this morning, actually. I didn't like
not bad. Yeah.
No, they're not. And they can pitch top to bottom. That's kind of been their bread and butter that's gotten them into some regionals and what we've seen over them the last decade, essentially. But not enough faith at the minus 125. That was too juicy. Dayton is a team that I've got zero faith in. They rank right along with like the Richmonds, and we faded Pepperdine again yesterday. I said it to my clients this year. Probably, I think we said it here too. Anytime I can find a Pepperdine line, I will fade them. And I wish I
you said that.
Yeah. I shouldn't say it again because I'm sure somewhere some book listens to this and sees it, because the proof is in the pudding. I don't care if you put up a 5.5. I don't care what it is. Prove it to me that the Wave are going to do anything, which again brings me back to how can't you get a better baseball team at Pepperdine? You have the most amazing backdrop in the country. So let's get them moving again here. But yes, there's certain teams that you will fade. They are one of them.
Nice. You called that Pepperdine thing like a month ago. I remember you saying that.
I
nailed it.
I want to know what they are in actual available games this year, because I probably missed them a few times here and there, but they're obviously not options very often. But I want to know what they are in games actually available on the line.
Yeah. Apologies, I didn't get to this when you came in. Tina, good afternoon, guys. Tina, good afternoon. How are you? Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're having a great day. Let's see. Karen, how about Lehigh setting the D1 record with 20 runs in the first inning? Yes. Wasn't that crazy? Let's go indeed. So good to see you. Yeah, that was nuts. Tizzle, New Mexico game was 20.5 the total. Final score 6-1. Yeah, both of those. Oh, if anybody rode the auto unders, anything that comes up, because the books will do it. 20 or more, I think we have to go auto under. Like as a show, we'll talk about it. Austin, what up? What up, big dog? Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good day too. Sam Houston and Rice, total of 9.5. God, that looks so low compared to everything else. And 10 runs is a lot in any baseball game. But Washington State, Utah Tech, 14.5. This game could get wild. All right, so you're on Washington State, 1.5 on the run line. Let me get out of your way, because I agree with you. Washington State should do their thing. Utah Tech should put up some runs, but Washington State might go ham. I throw it over to you, man. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Kind of banking right on what you said. Washington State actually has a little depth. They've got some relief, and we've seen what they've actually done. Their schedule has been very good this year, out of conference, in conference, whatever we're doing. The area up there with the Northwest has been really strong for them, who they've played. Even the Gonzagas have been good battles with them, but they're getting Oregon States. They're getting the Oregons. They're getting a lot of good product to play up there. And I like what they've been doing. Not necessarily wins and losses to me, but what I've seen from them on weekdays. And I've really liked it. And I think that Utah Tech, to me, yes, this line to me is a little skewed, but I think this is 2 levels of talent still, where baseball can give you that. Midweek games, I'll give you an example. Sacramento State goes in and beats LSU twice a month ago. Sacramento State does not look good at all since then. They won their World Series. LSU was at its lowest point basically the year, or one of, I guess. But it just shows you where it doesn't matter about the talent sometimes. Your mentality is as much as anything. I like where Washington State's playing. I think they have better players. And I like the run line at basically an even number.
Yeah, I'm right. Dude, I'm right there with you. This Washington State team, man, it didn't start great, but they course corrected excellently. Like, that was terrible English, but I'm with you. This is a good baseball team. They've done a good job, man. They've done a really good job. Also, Tizzle, I was going to say the same thing. Utah Tech, formerly known as Dixie State.
That's funny to hear that. I've been wondering where Dixie State was, because we used to play Dixie State. That makes so much more sense now to me, because Utah Tech seemed like they appeared and then they're like a Grand Canyon where they just sort of, here they were one year.
Yep. And you're like, what do you mean legacy and a Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you.
Yeah, for what?
Yeah. You just got here.
It's like the Scientology. They're coming up with their own awards.
That's hilarious. Yeah. So if you're looking for Dixie State, they've now become Utah Tech, which also let me just say, as someone who was born in Texas and lives in Tennessee, right? Like I'm familiar with the area kind of known as Dixie, and Utah didn't really fall into it. But you know what? That had to be an interesting meeting. When you change the name of a college, like that, there's a few people in that room. There's a lot of paperwork. You gotta change with the state. Oh God, I bet that was a disaster.
I'll give you one more thing with Washington State. Sorry to cut you off. Well, I guess two.
No. I mean, go ahead. Yeah.
7-1 in their last 8. They also beat Oregon State 1 week ago. After losing 18-0, they came back and beat Oregon State, which I like a lot. Coming off a 2-game sweep of Portland, who I do feel like has been, up and down decent. They just swept Gardner-Webb, and I like who they played. They beat 2 out of 3 against San Jose State, and you just look at what they've done lately and who they've played. Like I said, I really the recency of getting a 2-game series against Oregon State, I think will carry over a lot. So I do think this is a cheap number.
I like it, man. Santa Clara at Stanford. So you're going to be at this game.
We'll be there.
There we go. Santa Clara plus 180 on the money line. Total of 12.5. What do you see out of this one?
Inconsistency with Stanford. Plus, it was a really, really long weekend of series games versus Louisville for them, back and forth all weekend across the country. Come back, take a breather. I think it's always a letdown spot, especially for a Santa Clara team that is always going to be up for this rivalry. It's a little brother, big brother kind of matchup with Stanford and SCU, just down the road from each other. It always plays close, kind of like what a San Jose State series is for them as well. Two teams that always look up to Stanford. This game being there, I think, is also very helpful. Santa Clara's been super scrappy. They were just in it last week when they played Clemson. We've seen them play a really good overall schedule this season as well, which I think carries over. And I like these teams at a number like this midweek. Stanford's got to continue to get ready and keep hanging on for some ACC wins. Santa Clara's got a little bit of an easier schedule this week. So I do think that they have an opportunity to put up some runs. Stanford's been so up and down. Getting a plus 185, plus 180 right now that I see, great value in my opinion. I would also, I also bank off that. The plus 2.5 is also pretty good as well. I would look at that side of it as well. Stanford's not been blowing out teams. It's been up and down. And like I said, there is going to be some fatigue, especially after what was a very emotional 3-game series in Louisville.
Yeah. You know what? That plus 2.5 is I'm with you on the money line. That 2.5 is a real good look. Minus 120. That's a really good look, man. Because Stanford, you're right. Even if Stanford, they're not a team they're not Georgia Tech. They could hit. I'm not saying they can't, but on average. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, that plus 2.5, man. That's a nice look.
Yeah.
San Diego State. Yeah. San Diego State, Long Beach State. I don't have anything on this one. 11.5. Yep. What a slide there. Yeah. That's it, man. Carrot said, great rivalry. Lehigh and Lafayette, and visiting their school stores is hysterical. That's the rivalry. So Greg, Lehigh, Lafayette, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. There's a town in Tennessee that goes by Lafayette. All right. So it throws me off because everyone else goes Lafayette, right? But I hear Lafayette constantly, which of course we're messing things up. This is the longest, the most played college football game in the country, and the longest running uninterrupted rivalry in college football as well. So yeah, Lehigh and Lafayette, man. Shout out to it. Yeah, sorry. Jeff said, good luck, everybody. I got to run. King Bronx, hey, good to see you. Did you guys cover Rice versus Sam Houston? Yeah, we looked at it. It didn't really have a play. Greg, I'll throw it to you. Anything that you see here? Sam Houston, Rice, total of 9.5. Rice minus 298 on the money line. That 9.5 look like it's going to drop down to 9. So this is clearly the lowest total that we have on the board tonight, and it's going to go under. And again, I don't mean to put you on the spot. Just if you have a look or anything that you've seen out of this game.
Yeah. Shout out Lehigh and Lafayette Patriot League. Way to go. I got close ties to Colgate, so I've spent some time in the Patriot League. I know all about it. Yeah. I mean, if I was going to look, I honestly might look at the under in this. Rice has thrown the ball really well this year. Reminds me, I won't say of necessarily those older Rice teams that were just lights out with that pitching staff, but they definitely have something going there this year. It's been a big improvement. I've liked what I've seen overall from this team. They look like things are getting a little bit back in order. This program has been kind of, really up and down, kind of lost its way the last, 10 years, I'd say, really. We forgot about what dominance they had for such a long time. Multiple College World Series appearances. They were a team to be reckoned with Wayne Graham for a long time. So, I think that it's good for college baseball to have them back. This number to me too high. Sam Houston's nothing to write home about, obviously. But I still think that if there was a play in this game, I would look the under. Rice also is a team that has zero problems playing small ball. So they are not afraid to give up outs to get a run at time. So wouldn't mind them under 9.5. Still, I think there's some value with it.
Yeah, this feels like one of those games that goes by pretty quickly, right? Pitching staffs are in a groove, a lot of ground balls.
Big field, too, a lot of foul ground as well. There is a lot of foul ground at Rice. They definitely can steal a lot of outs with that as well.
Great insight right there. Dude, that is such a sneaky move, right? Of when you're building your stadium. And if you can look and say, make it a little bit bigger.
Stanford has a lot. If you ever watch, I don't mean to cut you off, sorry. Stanford has a lot, though. If you look, especially down the right field side, there is a ton of foul ground over there. And it's one of the only places that you watch continual pop-ups fall because it's weird how Stanford's bullpen kicks out along the right field line, kind of in line with the right fielder. So if you know the angle, you can get to it. But, I mean, that's one of the biggest areas for foul ground, generally because they don't want to spend the money on the extra space. And two, you want fans' experience to be right on the field. You're not building it for 40,000 people generally, I guess, unless it's the ACC or the SEC. But
yeah, well, they're going to pause on that once they realize it's always going up. And then it's like, we need to bring the fan access back to the game, So, yeah. But, yeah, dude, great insight on that. And I don't know what I would do if I were building a stadium, if I would want foul territory, a lot of it or not, I don't know. Would you? If you were building one, would you want it or no?
I think maybe on one side of the field, I think it could be fun, but I think you want I miss the old Stanford days, kind of like now you see it a lot of other stadiums like Duke and stuff, where they have the big hillsides and natural grass that's built in for seating. So I do like that, but I think it's always interesting, like a Clemson and certain stadiums that have those little nuances to them. It was fun to watch.
Vanderbilt has a green monster.
Yes, they do. It's really interesting to see the little bits and pieces of each college stadium that makes them so interesting. And I mean, there's each and every. You watched the game last night. Was what was it, Arkansas? And that was awesome to watch it at that AA stadium that they played it in, Little Rock. That was so cool to see it at a different stadium and eye level with the fans like that, where you can watch them walk right up to their seat and see what they're drinking and eating.
It's cool. I completely agree. Tizzle's right. Yeah, give me a packed house with the fans right on top of the field. Agreed. That's what makes LSU so great, man. The box, because it's an awesome stadium, but you're just right there. You know what I mean? Like, it's loud. They want it to be loud. It was built to be loud. They're all about it. Yeah.
A&M was like that. They really put them on top of you, especially that second deck. Pitching there, especially getting warm in the bullpen there, is an intimidating situation with everybody right on top of you, and feels very, very, very much surrounding with the way they bank that sound too.
Yeah. Hey, we can bring out the Vandy Whistler. That's what you guys need.
God, that guy. Well, I'll give him a whistle.
I'm telling you, you'll go to a Vandy game, dude, 2 innings in, you're like, oh my God, it just keeps going and going. Oh, well, as a pitcher, give me all the foul territory. Yeah, I was about to say, it definitely depends on your outlook. Yeah. All right. Based on position. All right, let it rip, man. What do you got, buddy?
NBA playoffs. We are still playoff round, play-in round, game 2 here. We are on the Clippers minus the 5.5 going against the W's. We got big concerns about Warriors' health, Warriors being able to hang around this one. Love what the Clippers have done, like we talked about earlier. College baseball, we are on Santa Clara money line today going against the Stanford Cardinal. Love them at the plus number. We will also add that plus 2.5. I think that is a great number to get Santa Clara at. And then we finish up with Washington State on the run line. Love them today going against the formerly Dixie State, now Utah Tech College.
Shout out Dixie State.
Gone but never forgotten.
That name was on a shot clock. It was going to be trouble.
Dixie Norma State.
Oh, man. All right, South Florida, Miami. Look, I've spent time in South Florida, in Miami, all right, South Beach, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, all of it. Been around here a lot. I love it. It's a great place. Let's mash tonight. Absolute mash. And then Steph Curry of the Warriors over 4.5 threes plus 125 because, again, if there's anybody that's going to have a green light, going to be him. All right, Greg, great job, man. Any final thoughts before we get out of here? Anything exciting on a Wednesday? It's tax day. Have you paid your taxes yet?
I'm actually quite excited about my return this year. I've done well for myself. The joy of being a dependent as well is always helpful. So I'll make sure he stays in college. So he's until he's 25, 23, whatever it is now. But yeah, do your taxes. You're not above it. Don't think you are, and you'll beat yourself up for whatever it is. It's worth paying the taxes. Trust me. Long term.
Don't try to slide one past Uncle Sam.
Like the ocean and time, they are undefeated, I think. So stay away from those troubles. But yeah, another fun week ahead. NBA playoffs are here, obviously, and NHL playoffs get going too. That'll be a lot of fun. So we'll pop on as much as we can. Thanks as always for having me, and have a great Wednesday.
Oh yeah, buddy, you did great. Hey, and look, I'm in the middle of doing my taxes right now. So if I get arrested, you're gonna need you to host a show tomorrow. And we'll get the Wi-Fi set up in county. Don't worry.
I was going to say, we'll get a Starlink from county. They'll probably be fine with it. They still want picks. Work your bail out easier.
Look, gambling's more prevalent in there than it is out here.
Winning's winning.
You think there'll ever be somebody who's trying to get the sports betting game who's like, you know what? I'm going to go to prison. That's where the money is. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're ready to go find it, that's where it is. They got time. They're gambling on some games. I assure you that.
Barter's available.
Yeah. We're, look, if they happen to show Driving the Line 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern, every day, 7 days a week, on the TVs in correctional facilities across the United States, I'm not going to complain about it. In fact, you can stream it for free. All right. We'll get out of here, man. Greg, great job. Crew, great job. Everybody. All right, we'll be live 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central tonight. We're going to go over week 10 of college baseball. So, all right, real quick, we have basically 5 weekends left of the regular season in college baseball. So look at it that way, all right? 5 weekends left, about a month, 5 weeks or so, yeah, and we'll start with the conference tournaments. So that's where we're at. We're going to see a lot of teams really hustling out here. We'll talk about all of it tonight. So anyways, everybody have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you tonight. Till then, best of luck. Cash these tickets. See you soon. Take care.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.